team player level, first real level of the game, veteran difficulty. Video walkthrough for nextgenwalkthroughs.com.
Yes, finally into the action.
Yeah, so
same health system, it looks like.
Same health system. There's not really a lot new about this game in terms of basic mechanics.
Mm-hmm. Any new weapons?
Yes, there's quite a few new weapons. You can also dual wield pistols and even shotguns.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
double shotguns.
Dual wield shotguns. It's pretty crazy. And they're terribly inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unlike, because if you're going to aim in this game, you have to look down the sights.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that with two guns.
No.
So they're pretty worthless.
Oh, that's too bad.
One gun is better than two. Unless you're playing Halo.
Right.
Then two is better than
rockets.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you have to kill a certain amount of set people here, but basically you're just trying to stay alive until these guys come up on the bridge that have the target's arrow right over them. There's gonna be a couple guys with rocket launchers that drive up there and just kill them quickly, and then run up to the bridge, and you'll be getting in the car doing kind of a driving sequence.
All right.
Did you ever see the HBO series?
Nope. Watched the first episode.
Yeah.
Generation Kill. It wasn't for me.
Didn't catch your interest?
No.
I loved that show. It was excellent.
What about it?
Recommend it.
Just like seeing Iraq and
yeah, it's based on a book written by I believe it was a Marine. I'm pretty sure that they followed the Marines around. I'm trying to remember that where he talked about the first days going into Iraq, the second Iraq War, and I don't know. It was just really excellent and interesting, and apparently it's very accurate. And
is this Iraq that we're in now?
No.
Excuse me.
We are in the Middle East. I don't remember where. Probably Iraq. I mean, there wasn't a named country that we were in for the previous game either. So
Soap back?
Soap is back.
All right.
You don't play him for most of the game. You do play him for the last couple levels, though.
Cool. And he's the
Punta Gorda is the name of the... Then, like, Curb Stomper, like, all the different cars have names. It's kind of cool.
So what armies are in this game? The Brits? The Americans?
Yeah, the American army and the Russian army is the people who you're fighting in a couple levels.
So this is an alternate history?
This game ends up turning into a Cold War scenario type.
More modern.
Conflict. Yes, a modern Cold War. Even though the Cold War wasn't that long ago. I mean, well, I guess now it is.
Old.
Yeah, I guess 20 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the drinking game we're going to be playing for this game is every time I edit out a death.
All right.
And I thought that was reasonable because there's a number of levels where there's going to be no drinking. But I just thought it was kind of funny. Have you ever searched Next Gen Walkthroughs and like read through it, like read a couple pages deep what comes up, other websites? No. After my Call of Duty 4 guide, it was really popular, and someone had shared the link to the guide on a forum somewhere, and I just remember like someone had kind of written a short review of the guide saying he thought it was really helpful, especially the voice hints, but he was disappointed by the fact that I edited out deaths, and he thought that was like deceitful. And that's just stuck with me forever for some weird reason. I was like, do you really expect me to leave in the deaths?
Yeah.
Like, and just waste your time with that?
Yeah.
So
we're gonna let people know.
I edited out a death already. One of the cars that I was driving by exploded.
I'll take a
and
little
killed
sip.
me. Of course, the only time that a car exploding killed me was my third time through the game.
Right.
I didn't even know it was a possibility. There's a couple guys upstairs who just bounce a flashbang off the walls, blind them all, and go running in, guns blazing. And like I mentioned before, there'll be a separate guide for all the hidden intel. There's, I don't know, 3 or 4 on this level.
So is this the best Call of Duty?
I like this story in number 4 a lot more.
Okay.
I thought the set pieces were a lot more interesting. The plane level where you're firing from the firing missiles and machine guns from like a couple hundred meters away, or a couple miles up or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was, when that was brand new and awesome, and like you never seen anything like that. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
And there's a couple parts like that in this game where you're controlling a UAV firing missiles down, and just because you've seen it before, it's not that cool, or it's not as it doesn't blow you away like it did the first time.
Yeah. Is there any gully suits?
Ghillie suits?
Ghillie suits?
Yes.
Gully.
Yes. It's
Fern gully suits?
no.
That's what those ferns are. That's why they call it a fern gully suit.
Because they wear, it's ghillie,
Okay.
like ghillie monster.
All gillied up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
there are
so.
those.
Yeah, there's no level in this game that's just insanely hard. Like, I was disappointed. I think that might be one of the reasons why I like this one more than the previous, or why I like the Call of Duty 4 more than this one, is because after you beat Call of Duty 4 on Veteran, and that's fucking hard. So there's a much greater sense of satisfaction from completing that than this game.
Yeah. And what about like is there a Mile High Club or any epilogue?
Well, that's what the
Prologue?
co-op mode is, or not the co-op, the Spec Ops.
Oh, okay.
They were inspired by people's obsession, I guess, with the Mile High Club, and they wanted to make that style of level more accessible instead of just the very last level of the game, where most people don't even finish the games statistically.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so hopefully, well, I said this before, but that
Hopefully
will
that'll
be
provide
more of
a
a challenge.
challenge,
Yeah. Well, multiplayer is the ultimate challenge. It's supposed to be.
Yeah. Get your riot shield and grenades out.
Yep. Riot shield. Oh, riot shields. Those are so annoying.
Is there any in the single player?
Yes, they come up quite a few times. 3 or 4 major parts where the enemies have riot shields, or you have to use a riot shield.
How do you feel about that?
It's fun for single player. I'm not looking forward to it at all for multiplayer. I'm already getting pissed about it. Oh, one thing that this game brought back too, from World at War at least, is the quotes during the loading screens.
Oh,
World at War didn't
like
have those.
Eisenhower quotes for.
And there's this great quote that they picked from Donald Rumsfeld, where he's obviously an idiot,
Yeah.
and he was talking about the enemy locations into Crete, saying they're in the east, the west, the north, and the south somewhere. And he's just, it's obviously there to make him look like a dumbass.
Yeah.
Which is,
Was he the
I got a
guy
kick out of
who lost an election to a dead guy?
I believe so. I believe he, from Missouri, I think it was the governor's or the Senate seat or something like that, where the guy he was running against died, and his wife took his seat,
and
and the voters chose the dead guy.
Yeah.
And there's a couple Dick Cheney quotes too that don't really paint him in a favorable light. They aren't enigmatic quotes.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, good work on taking the town. Private Allen, you'll be taking orders from me from now on. I'll brief you on the chopper. Let's go.